Another episode of interesting person talking about an interesting issue. Uh, Got a young man here who is the son of Brandy Lanier, who lost his father and was there with his mother during the loss of his father. And he's going to come on and share a little bit about losing his father from his perspective and what it's like for a young man to grow up with his father, then suddenly lose his father and finds himself having to be his mom and his brother, and how he navigates the world and what that is like from his perspective. And I'm going to let him introduce himself, and we're going to get deep into this conversation. I want him to be open and transparent. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about him and ask him some questions, because I think so many times we talk about grief and we only deal with it from the adult perspective, but sometimes you have to deal with it from the perspective of young people, and especially a black man who grew up with a father, and all of a sudden his father is taken through no fault of his own, through tragedy, and how that process molded and shaped him moving forward. So I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell us his name, and we're just going to go further in the conversation.
My name is Ethan Lanier.
Ethan Lanier is the interesting person. Let's talk.
I played football and basketball for Tupelo High School.
Okay.
I've been playing football for about 3 years, ever since 6th grade.
Gotcha.
And this is my first official year playing for the basketball team.
Gotcha. Did your father get to see you play any sports?
Yeah, he came to a couple of my 7th grade games.
Yeah.
And back when I played park and rec basketball, he came to a couple of those as well.
Okay. Did you get your athletic premise from him or your mom?
Nah.
Neither one of them?
Neither one. My dad, he played baseball when he was young, and I think my mom, she did like a little bit of track, but other than that, I'm just like, it just come as as I got older and stuff.
So what grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
You're a pretty good student?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Most part. And sports is something that you just naturally gravitated into, or just your parents led you into it, or just something you wanted to do?
I think it started as something that I wanted to do,
Yeah.
And as my friends got into it, I was like, I'm just give this a try, and I fell in love with it.
Fell in love with it. Yeah, so tell me something about yourself that's interesting, that you would find so interesting. I know you look like Black Jesus, with the dreadlocks and carrying on. So tell me something interesting.
Something interesting. I can write music and stuff.
So you like music?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you what is it you want to be when you grow up and get out of high school, go to college? What you want to pursue?
Really, I want to play football, but everybody gotta have a plan B. So
Yeah.
Probably like an entrepreneur, like start a business.
Yeah, start a business. So tell me a little bit about your dad and mom, and let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay. Me and my dad, my mom said the other day, like, we were like best friends, as soon as I came out.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like as I look back on like the times we had, like he was also a dad, but like at the same time, he's like a big brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We both like used to talk about each other, just like play games.
Dish each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just like had a fun time, like as a father and son duo. Like if you didn't see me without him, then like you just didn't see me at all.
Yeah, because y'all stuck together, not only, kind of best friend and dad relationship, and freaking frat. Do you remember him growing up when you knew y'all were going to be tight, growing up? Or you just eyed the one he took you and said, "It's my baby boy," and from that point, y'all stuck together like glue?
Yeah, I think he really took me in, because a lot of boys, as they growing up, they with their mom and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I was with my mom, but like, I really just had like a connection with my dad that like, couldn't really be broken for it.
Yeah. So you were more of a guy kid, and not just, clinging to mom. You were clinging to your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dealing with knowing that he was as sick as he was, tell me about that process.
Well, I didn't really, get to start knowing like about his illness until like I was really up in age.
Right.
But I knew that, he was in and out the hospital, diabetes.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't really know that, he had like a very
serious illness.
Yeah, serious.
But because so he just went along and you really wasn't privy to really what was going on. He acted normal. Didn't do anything different. It was just the natural flow of things.
Cause I think he didn't want to like tell me and then I get to worry about him and start slipping in school or slipping in sports. So he really just like kept it to himself.
Yeah, he kind of shielded you from that.
Yeah.
Even though he knew he was going with it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that was a good thing in hindsight that he kind of shielded and protected you so you didn't have to worry?
Yeah, I do, cause at the time I was like a young kid.
Yeah.
And I think that it wasn't really my place to know.
Yeah.
But I really thank him for like keeping that and like not telling me.
And shielding you and protecting you.
Yeah.
And that's really good parenting because I think sometimes if we draw kids into some of the drama that we have to deal with in life, it kind of brings them their emotional energy and drains them.
Yeah.
And so you do value the fact that he kind of shielded you from a lot that he was going through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me something about, as your fondest memories of you and him growing up.
He used to take us down to Columbus, me and my brother, every break, we go down to Columbus with my cousin Benjamin.
Yeah.
And we'd just be outside. Like, if we was inside, it was probably raining.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Whether it was cold, hot, light or dark outside, we'll be outside just playing.
So, and that's the difference between growing up with a dad having an influence. He wasn't going to let you stay in the house.
Nah. Every day in Columbus had to be outside.
You had to be outside. Yeah. So you remember that as a fond memory of you and him. Tell me something about something that y'all enjoyed doing just you and him.
We like to fish.
Fish.
We want to fish. We'll probably eating or watching movies or something.
Yeah. So were y'all very competitive when it comes to fishing?
Nah, it was just like a bonding time.
Yeah.
When my brother was sick or he would just be at the house with my mama, we would just like go and just fishing and catch up and talk and stuff.
So the conversation y'all had just about life and just talking randomly, talking about sports and just talking about life.
Most of the time, he'll just, tell me what to do and like what not to do as a man.
Yeah.
Get older.
Yeah.
But I'm a kid, I don't really listening. So I just be like laughing and fishing but for the most part we just be talking like what not to do as I progress in life and like what I was doing then and just talk for it.
But he probably was prepared. Do you remember some of those things now as you've grown and gotten a little older?
Yeah, I remember he said he gave me a lot of wisdom, because I look back at the things he said and like the predicaments that some people would get into.
Yeah.
I just like think about what he said and like not get into like those type of situations.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. That Bible verse that says, train a child up in the way they should go. When they get old, they won't depart from it, or it won't depart from them. So you remember those lessons subconsciously, what your dad told you. Yeah. So tell me about this. So growing up with a dad, because that's all you ever known.
Yeah.
Your mom was a single mom when you were born. They were together. You grew up with him. And what's the benefit of having both mom and dad as you are a young man growing up and developing?
Well, benefit was like if you asked your mama to go somewhere and she said no, you could really just go like ask her dad. Yeah. But sometimes that wouldn't really be a benefit because your dad would be like what your mom said.
Yeah.
You just get stuck. But it was really cool because like when me, my brother, and my dad and my mom, we all got together, it would just be like a real good vibe and like we'll have fun,
So the family dynamic was good.
Yeah.
You saw your parents getting along, sometimes not getting along, but most of the time, y'all had a real cohesive group and it was just fun.
Yeah, most of the time, like, we'll all just be together, like, laughing and talking about each other.
How about the vacation and the trips, the family trips, those were?
Yeah, those were fun. The car rides.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, like, real good time back then.
Who was the jokester, mom or dad?
My dad. He had no place talking about anybody either. He had no place talking about anybody.
Yeah, he just be snapping on, popping on people, ragging people.
Yeah. But it would be funny, we'll just like be going back and forth.
Yeah.
And then, it'd just be a real good time.
Yeah. So, when you had your mom and your dad and all that experience of growing up and you saw the closeness of the bond that they had, did that make you appreciate the fact that you had a mom and dad? Because so many young men don't have what you had. And as a mom and dad grew up in the same house, does it make you value the fact that you did get to know him as much as you did?
Yeah, I think it did because my mom, she see like a whole lot of my dad and me, the things that I say, things I do, and like the way I act.
Yeah.
You know, I think I picked up like really, really good habits from him. You know, being around him and my mom as well. But like most of my dad, cause you know I was around him like a long time in my life.
So tell me about the trait that you think you have that your dad had that you kind of display now, because you look so laid back.
Yeah.
Was he laid back?
Nah.
Nah. So tell me the traits you think you got from your dad.
I think like the way I joke towards my friends, like the way he joked towards his friends.
Yeah.
I think we got like, I think I picked up like the way he act and stuff like that.
Yeah. So tell me about that father and son bond. You know, y'all were like best friends, but you were like you still father and son. Tell me the thing that you most appreciated about your father that he shared with you that was just straight the truth.
I think I really appreciated like the way he treated my mom.
Oh,
you know
man,
what I'm saying?
That's deep. Yeah.
Like, you know, if me and my brother, you know, would raise my voice at her, then like he'll just come in, you know.
Snap.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that? The marriage relationship, he ain't gonna let you disrespect his wife. Might be your mama. So he would check y'all on that.
Yeah, I really like appreciated like the way he treated her, you know. Even when she got on his nerves, he would still, you know, just be like, all right. But
so he would never lash out and do anything in front of y'all that he wouldn't let y'all do to her. Yeah. So that's the thing you most appreciate.
Cause I really took that. You know, my mom, like every other mom, be tripping.
Yeah,
you know? But I really just be like, you know, I say okay, and you know, she think I be fussing, but like, you know, I just say okay, and whatever she tell me to do, I do it. You know, I really just like appreciate the way he treated her, and with any other girl, like you know how boys is like with their girlfriend and all that. Like whoever I'm talking to at the moment, I really just take that and then apply it to that, so I can, you know, really just treat every woman the way they're supposed to be.
So you really learn to respect women and not to be disrespectful, and you know your tone and tenor toward her, and you know how to de-escalate the situation, because mom come for dad be like, all right. He ain't gonna come further escalate that situation, and that's a valuable lesson. And the fact that you would even say that you respected the fact of how your dad treated your mom says a lot, because you saw him being a loving husband and nourishing and protecting your mom, even though sometimes she kind of got a little, and she could never push him up to kind of lash out, and that's a good lesson. So tell me this about, you know, what lesson did you learn from your mom about your dad? Tell me what you learned most from your mom about your dad.
I learned that, you know, he was really just like a cool person. Yeah. You know, she used to tell me about like how they first met and like how they would just like goof off. Yeah. You know, just play around with each other. Yeah.
And you learned that from her, that they had a really good relationship.
Yeah, from what I know, they were like real tight, like unbreakable. Like, real close together.
Yeah. So did your dad ever talk to you about, you know, the fact that, you know, something might happen? Did you ever know? Did you have a conversation? Son, if I'm not here, you're supposed to be the man. Son, if I'm not here, you step up, take care of your mom and your brother. Y'all ever have those conversations?
Nah.
He kind of protected you from that.
Yeah, he protected me from that as well. But like, I think my mom and him had that conversation. Yeah. And then after he passed, he would just tell me on like how he'll be like, if something ever happened to me. Yeah. And tell Ethan and Evan that like I love him, but like Ethan gonna have to step up and like not take his place, but like start really like locking in around the house and like with school and sports and all that. Just like take care of my mom and my brother for real.
Yeah. So you feel that level of responsibility. He didn't share it with you, but he shared it with your mom. To tell you. And that was pretty good, because he was really protecting you and shielding you. So do you feel a sense of responsibility to kind of now be there, a dad figure for your brother?
Yeah, because, you know, my brother, he going through like, you know, 6th grade. Yeah. And I want to say like, I didn't think I had like a lot of mess ups in 6th grade, but I don't want him to like have nothing, you know. I don't want him to do the stuff that I did. You know, just really just be like a bigger and better version of me. Yeah. And because that's all my dad wanted to like for me, just like be bigger and better than him. So I want my little brother to be bigger and better than me.
So you find yourself having to kind of be the dad to him sometimes,
Yeah.
check him
Yeah.
when he get kind of out of control, little irate.
Yeah.
Like, look, boy, you better chill.
Yeah.
Don't be talking to mama like that. You know, daddy wouldn't put up with that kind of stuff. You have
Yeah.
to check him in moments like that.
Yeah, because one thing about my dad, he had a temper, and I think, unfortunately, that kind of like passed down to me as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, when my brother, like when he don't do something that my mama told him to do, like she sent me in,
Yeah.
and you know, if I tell him and then he don't do it, then that's like I
Yeah.
get, you know, kind of like riled up, and then
Yeah.
she had to like tell me to calm down.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how do you feel about, you know, having to kind of be the man, and I don't want to say be the man of the house, but, you know, take on some responsibilities as being a man of the house? How do you feel about that? Now dad's not here, you got mom, you got your little brother. How do you feel about that process?
It has its moments, you know, when it's tough, cause like you gotta deal, you know, with me, I gotta deal with sports,
Yeah.
school, then I gotta come back home,
Yeah.
and you know, take responsibility at that. But it got a good times too, cause like if I do something that my mama don't gotta ask me to do,
Yeah.
you know, she'll give me like a little bit of money or
Boy, you in a good situation.
yeah, or like
Yeah.
she'll just like really compliment me or like
Yeah.
how I'm doing around the house, or she just like help me out for helping her.
Yeah, yeah, and making her life a little
Yeah.
easier because she has more responsibility, caregiver for you and your brother, and
Mm-hmm.
then have to go out and make a living, then have to come home and change the garbage and do things around
Yeah.
the house. So you see that as part of your responsibility
Mm-hmm.
without being told to ask.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause like my mom, she should have to do that,
yeah,
you know, cause she used to work in a factory, and, you
Yeah.
know, from all different jobs. So I feel like since she should have had to do that, so I should step up, you
yeah.
know, take care of things that she doesn't have to do.
So what do you think you get that sense of responsibility and obligation from? Your dad, or is it just something you see your mom going out working hard? Where does that come from? To see that you need to step into that role and make her life a little better. Where does that come from?
I think it comes from like a little bit of both.
Yeah,
You know, cause my dad, he had his responsibilities, and
Yeah.
like he'll take them out, like he'll do it, and that's just like really who I am for real. Like if I have something to do, then I'll just, you know, do it.
yeah.
Like whatever it is, like get out the way so I can, you know, get to that next point in life. You know, do whatever I got to do to get there.
Yeah, so it was a combination of mom and dad.
Mhm.
But then you want to step up and see your mom. Now, how close are you and your mom? Y'all pretty close?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we real like we tight, we real close.
So you calling the shots about what's going on.
Yeah, man.
Trying to make sure that she's protected and taken care of.
Yeah.
So do you feel sometimes when she's having those moments, how do you feel about, you know, trying to console her? Because I know she still has moments because she took care of it at a level that, you know, in the interview she said she was there. How do you help her in those moments when you see her having a tough time?
You know, I like to like make people laugh, and so you know, I'm
You
people
consummate
say,
joker.
yeah, people sound funny, so I just come in and like do something dumb or like say something stupid so she can get like happy and start smiling.
Yeah.
But for the most part, she don't really like show me that side
Yeah.
of herself, you know, because I feel like I said, if I see it, then I'm gonna just start worrying about her and constantly asking if she okay and stuff.
So she protects you when she kind of goes into her own space. You kind of have those moments. So do you have those moments where it kind of, the reality of it is set in, that dad's not coming home no more, dad's not here no more? How do you deal with the emotional trauma of being a son without a father?
Really just confined in sport, you know, because my dad, that's all he wanted me to do. Like, he was like, whatever you want to do, just like go hard at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really just like think about that, like back in basketball season.
Yeah.
My mom, she had like a quote, you know, DIFD, you know, do it for dad. Like whatever you do,
Yeah.
just like do it and honor him. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
But do you ever have any emotional moments to where, did y'all talk a lot on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me and my dad, we always talk. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have those moments to where like, man, he ain't got nobody to call. So do you have any other father figures in your life, men that you kind of get close to?
Oh, yeah.
They kind of
My,
mentor you through?
my Uncle D's, you know, whatever like Manitobas I got, you know, things I can't go to my mom about.
Yeah.
I call him, you know, he'll tell me what to do in that specific time, or like tell me if I already did it and it didn't lead to a great outcome.
Yeah.
Then he'll tell me what to do so I can do it again and like get a better outcome than what it was the first time.
So you kind of lean on him to
Mhm.
kind of be the father figure
Yeah.
in your life. Yeah. So tell me, I want to talk a little bit more about your little brother because now he was younger when all of this happened.
Mm-hmm.
You were a little older. You kind of could grab the concept. Does he ask you questions about the situation with Dad?
Nah. You know, my little brother, like, he don't really be worried about stuff like that. But I know that he know that you know, Dad not coming home. You know,
Yeah.
he ain't coming back
Yeah.
from Columbia. You know, cutting hair and stuff. But you know, I made it real clear with him, like, if you ever going through something, like, you need to talk to somebody, you don't feel like talking to mom,
Yeah.
you know, you come to me, you know, I just tell you how I got through it.
Yeah.
Know, like what to do.
So is he real clingy to you or to mom?
He don't really mess with neither. Like, nah. But
so you gotta do his own thing.
Yeah, he really just be. Evan really just be chilling. Like, he'll either be on the game or in his room or somewhere on his phone, but he don't really mess with nobody. You know,
is he more like Dad or your mom?
He more like my dad.
Yeah, kind of to himself, kind of independent.
Like, if my dad was here and you was talking to him, and you talk to Evan, you'll be like, these same people live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Evan is just like a smaller version.
Smaller version of it. Yeah. Do you see a lot of qualities in Evan as you
I see a lot. Like, they both, like, I don't even know, like, they mirror images of each other. Like,
he's a reincarnation of his dad, and
literally.
took some of his dad's spirit and kind of live it out. Yeah. So tell me about this when you lost your dad, and your mom said by choice y'all chose not to go to the funeral, and I thought that was a noble thing that she didn't make you. Tell me a little bit about that. Why did you feel it was important not to go, or did you just say, make a personal choice? You want to remember him how he was.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I didn't want to go, you know what I'm saying? I really just wanted to, like you said, remember him how he was, you know, like that funny, you know, loving, cool, chill, like laid back dad, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to see him, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't really ready, you know.
Yeah. Who's ever ready?
You know, that's cause like that's your dad. At the end of the day, like don't nobody want to see any type of parent like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think like it was a good idea for me not to go.
Did you ever go to the hospital and see him?
Yeah, all the time.
How was that?
It was, you know, it was bad, but like it was good because you know I was just thankful like he's still with us.
Yeah.
You know, like when he would move, you know, open his eyes, that was like a sign that like, you know, he could make a comeback. Well, you know, back then, like, he could, you know, come back and like be what he was before, you know, everything got bad.
Yeah. So when you went down there to see him, and how was the ride home? Was it tough to kind of leave him there and know, hey, this is his situation, his circumstance, you can't really do anything about it?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I think it was tough, you know, like leaving him and not knowing if I would come back and there would be good news or bad news.
Right.
You know, and it was, I feel like it was bad going as well, too.
Yeah, going down there and leaving was both tough. Yeah. So tell me about, you know, your friend supports. Did your friends understand what was going on? Your best friend?
Yeah, like, when he passed, like, the first person I called was, like, my boy KB.
Yeah.
You know, me and KB, we've been tight for, like, I think, a strong, you know, 3 years. Even people may seem like 3 years like a short time, but like
that's a long time for a young kid.
Me and KB, you know, because friendships, like our age be having fallout. You know what I'm saying? But
over stupid stuff anyway.
And like me and KB, we'll have like our moments, but like we'll just get over, you know, cause like we tight, like I really mess with KB for real.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was the person that you called.
Mm-hmm. You know, he was, cause like, you know, he'll tell me like how he thought about my dad. Like when I told him, he was like, dang man. Like, he was real devastated as well too, cause my dad was like his dad. Like us three, like we'll just, you know, be talking and like laughing and all. Like,
Gotcha. So your dad was not only a dad to you, but dad to anybody that came around. Showed the same connection to everybody. Mm-hmm. So you know when young men when they go through that process, they tend to isolate themselves. But you didn't isolate yourself.
Nah.
You kind of kept your life normal, routine, went to school, played football. And was there ever a time when you felt like, man, I don't want to do this no more?
Yeah, all the time.
You
know? It's hard because like you don't really got like nobody motivating you the same. Like I still got my mom, but like with both of them in my ear, like motivating me at the same time. Yeah, that made me feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I was unstoppable, like I could do anything. But now it's just hurting, and like not hearing like the things my dad used to say. Like it was just like I don't know if I could like keep this going.
So what do you think keeps you going now?
Really, the drive and passion. You know, like the love I have for the sport.
Yeah.
Like how dedicated I am. Like, cause I really want to like do this. Like, I want to make it. Cause when I make it, like, I'm showing like I did this like my dad. You know what I'm saying? Cause he would wanted that. Like, I did that for him.
Cause when you at Ole Miss and you'd be like, when you score them touchdowns, Dad. Yeah. You think about those moments when you see those guys, you know, playing in memory of and that kind of thing. So tell me a little bit about, you know, going to high school and, you know, being around your peers and they knowing that this process is unfolding and then ultimately how it ends. How does that factor in you being able to deal with it? Do you, you know, when you go to school, be around your peers, how was the school environment, football team environment, basketball team environment?
It was good, you know, because everybody knew what I had going on because my mom used to post it.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll see the stories and, like, you know, everybody was just there for me. Because, you know, I won't say I'm popular around school, but
yeah, you are.
A lot of people,
yeah.
a lot of people, you know me. And everybody really just, like, you know, uplifted me. And they was there if I needed them, you know, and I really appreciate that for everybody.
Yeah. So tell me this process of you, you know, realizing that the funeral is over now and it's time to heal. You got to deal with this new reality. Tell me a little bit about that. When you realize, okay, the funeral is over, Dad is gone. Now it's me, Mom, and my brother, Anita. So tell me a little bit about that. When did you realize it's just y'all now? Y'all have to move as a unit.
I think I realized that, you know, when I walked in there, you know, saw that he wasn't really breathing no more. You know, that was really like the first thing that came to my mind. And I was like, well, what we gonna do now? Cause like, I think I asked her that.
Yeah.
You know, when he passed, I was like, you know, what we gonna
do? So you
do?
were there when he took his last breath, and you got to see him passed away.
Yeah.
And then that's when you realized.
Yeah, cause you know we always moved as like a unit with four. You know, it'll be my dad, my mom, me, and Evan. You know, we just all be with each other. Now it's just like my mom, me, and Evan.
Yeah.
So now I really gotta like, you know, step up and take that role, like I said, you know, just be there for them.
Yeah.
And whenever I need my mom, my brother, you know, they'll be there for me. So it's just us two.
So but then you realize, okay, when he took his last breath, you laying there, what are we gonna do now? So what is the thoughts in your mind? You know, because he passed away in Jackson.
And he passed away like in our house, like
in y'all's house. Oh, because of that. So tell me about that experience. You know, having him at home and he passed away. Tell me a little bit about that.
I think it was good, like better than him passing away at the hospital and having him pass away at home.
Yeah.
You know, cause I think it was good because he passed away like around his family, and not around like doctors, like all that. Cause that's a typical scene. You know, don't nobody come back from that and live 7 days like off the
ventilator.
The ventilator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really look at it as like a full-time comeback, but he just like, well, I'm here now with my family. And
and he got peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my sons, I got my wife, and you know, that probably helped him a lot in this transition. Because you're in a familiar environment, you're around your friends, your loved one, and your family. So tell me how faith plays a part in that. Because your dad was a quartet singer. I didn't know none of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know he was popular. He was the man.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your faith, how your faith plays in this, and God.
You know, well, when he was in the hospital going through that, I say like my faith was like, you know, real low, you know, at that time, because anybody would like really just have like real low faith because, you know, you don't know if they're gonna make it, or, you know, or not. But when he came home for like 7 days, I was like, you know, I really started like getting to my Bible and reading more, and my faith was like, you know, getting up, and and after he died, I really just started having more faith because, you know, everything happened for a reason. You know, a big loss gonna, you know, turn to a big win some way, somehow.
Somehow, that's right, and that's a good perspective to have because that's what I was talking about this morning. The big losses can produce big wins, and overall, God has a plan. You can't see it, but you understand God has a plan. So, and since then, you've been able to, has your faith elevated, grown? Have you gotten closer to God? Do you get a better spiritual perspective about what's happening now?
Yeah, you know, I see myself, you know, going into the direction that, you know, God wanted me to, you know, with sports, and all type of, you know, different other things, you know what I'm saying? Because as like time goes on, I noticed that God gonna like lead you through hard times, so
Yeah.
it gets like the good ones, you know.
Yeah.
And like, cause you know, right now I'm young,
Yeah.
and I'm experiencing, you know, girls and all types of different other things.
Yeah.
And you know, I just gotta believe in God and know that God got me like through these hard times for it.
So, what advice would you give to a young man who has his father at home and his father's still living, and and his father's involved in his life? Because whether you know it or not, you're the exception to the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Most young black men don't grow up in a two-parent home. They don't have a father in the home. They don't have a good cohesive relationship between father and mother. What advice would you give a young man who does have a father still alive at home, taking care of responsibility and having that? What advice would you give a young man?
Stay with them, you know, just always cherish the moments you got with any type of parent.
Yeah.
You know, love them, and if you got something going on, you just like talk to him so you know, he could give you the information you need to like keep going on in life.
Yeah, yeah. So do you, and you value that because you are absolutely the exception to the rule, and you can really appreciate it now that you had a father and a mother and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What advice would you give a young man who doesn't have a father involved in his life at all? He doesn't know his mom and dad don't live together. And would you encourage a young man to get to know his father, to try to build a relationship with him?
Yeah, you know, I feel like every young man needs a father figure. Even if it's not your biological dad,
Yeah.
you know, if it's a stepdad or uncle or maybe an older brother,
Yeah.
I think everybody needs that type of guidance in life. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't got like a person, you know, personal figure as
Yeah.
a father, you know, look to God. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the, you know, he's the ultimate father. You know,
Yeah.
you can't ask for nothing more, nothing less. It's like, you know, or just look to either one. But I say like look to God more because he gonna know what to do before you know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Because your faith is important. Because you actively go to church and you actively engage your faith and grow your faith, read your Bible, and try to maintain a relationship with God. So talking about, you know, I know you mentioned it. Since you mentioned it, I want to talk about what you mentioned. When you start dating now, you got all this long hair and girls and stuff. So how do you navigate that as a young man? Because you know, you say you saw your father treating your mother with such respect, protecting her, making y'all respect her. How is that going for you? You know, this dating thing.
Really, I really stay away from like the the loud girls. You know,
Yeah.
the loud and
I didn't say that he did.
the ones that really could just call like the most rugged.
Yeah.
Ones that get in a fight, you know, their grades low. They don't really care about school. They just go for the boys.
Now y'all heard this, ladies. Now I didn't say this. He said that. Say it again. Now they're loud and getting in fights and don't get good grades. Them kind of girls you avoid.
Yeah, you know, I like the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you know, just like the girls who maintain their grades.
Yeah.
Know what to do, like just do the right thing.
No drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the chill, like laid back girl, like girls like just be chilling.
Cause you laid back.
Yeah, just doing their thing, like they ain't in the way, they just chilling.
Yeah. So navigating that as a young man, because I'm gonna talk a little bit about that, because I want to kind of unpack that as well, because it's rarely that I get to interview somebody this young from your perspective, your vantage point. So tell me a little bit about the importance of having guys in your life that are your friends, your buddies, you know, your comrades, building a network of friends to support you when you go through something like this. Because I see you brought your best friend with you today. Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I'm gonna just start off with KB. We always with each other, like we always together. Like if you see him, most of the time I'm probably around somewhere.
Right.
If you see me, then he probably around somewhere.
Right.
But you know, I got a lot of more friends other than KB. I got Jacoby, Trey, Jalen.
Yeah.
You know, it's really just all us. Cam, you know, we all just be together, having good times and, you know, laughing. And that's really why I appreciate them. And like at the times that I met them, because I feel like we was tight, you know, when my dad was going through it.
Yeah.
Cause like they knew what was going on.
And they were there as your support group.
Yeah.
Holding you down and holding you up.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about, you know, because guys don't really, because, you know, so many guys your age, they fight and they in the streets, they doing a lot of nonsense. Tell me what makes y'all core group. I think sports is one of them.
Yeah.
Make y'all core group so solid because you got something in common.
Other than sports, like really school, cause if it weren't for school, then we wouldn't really see each other and be as close as we was.
Right.
So we just stay in school, and we really just we really deep into what we do, you know, sports wise, like football, cause we all been on the football team for 2-3 years, you know, just and it was all us, you know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't you wouldn't see one without the other, like we just always together.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that, cause like I don't really see us as friends, I see us like our brothers.
Brothers, yeah. Y'all developed it. Do y'all hold each other accountable, call each other out when you don't do something?
Yeah, most of the
stuff?
time, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I do something crazy, they'll be like, "Come on, you gotta lock in," you know.
Yeah.
Like just lock in. They don't really like make it a big deal, but like
Yeah.
they tell me on like what I did was wrong, and you know, same for them.
Yeah.
You know, we all just like hold each other accountable, you know, different moments of time.
Because a young man growing up in your generation, in school, in the street, what do you think? Because whether you know it, again, you're the exception to the rule. You're not in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
You're at home, mom, your little brother. You ain't got to that gangster life, that street life. What keeps you at home, keep you a manable young man, that keep you held together and keep you down? What is it that you're just not interested in? You're never been exposed to it? Tell me something about that.
You know, I got friends that, you know, be in the streets, but I really see it like it's wasting life. You know, you wasting your time banging somewhere, shooting at somebody, you know, just live life, you know, just chill, be at home with your family, because, you know, if you shoot and miss and they get you, you done. You know,
you done. That's it.
Yeah, you can't go back.
Yeah, bullets don't have eyes, and once you dead, you dead.
Yeah,
this ain't no video game.
Yeah,
this ain't Grand Theft
Auto.
Auto.
Got 9 lives this time, you know.
Yeah.
But I really just, I really be chilling, you know. I don't really get into that. They ain't really catch my eye, and I don't think it never will, because I ain't really that type of person.
And I think we can credit it to having a dad growing up.
Yeah.
Y'all had those recreational fishing and talking and video. Was your dad a gamer like you?
He played the game, but that wasn't really like his main priority. You know, he'll out be on the road playing.
So did you ever know that he was a quartet singer and he was as good as he was?
Yeah, you know, he used to take me, you know, to the real close shows like Columbus, Tupelo. I used to get on stage with him a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't
as a little kid.
Yeah, I
just up there.
Yeah.
So you think that's where you got your love for music and want to be an entertainer?
Oh yeah, you know the love he had for music, and you know the music I heard growing up, and like really the beats and like the lyrics. You know, I don't listen to the song, like I listen to it. Like
you listen to it. It's just not the rhythm, the beat, the cadence. You listen to the words of it.
Yeah, cause like you know some verses like you'll hear it and you'll be like, dang, that was hard.
That's hard.
And then you play it back and you listen, you're like, yeah, like that's really what I appreciate. Like,
did you ever hear your dad sing?
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite songs that he sung?
It was this King George song.
Can't Stay Too Long.
Yeah, he was just saying that. That's really what cause one day he was singing in the car. I was like, whose song is that? And he lied. He was like, that's my song right now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. But then I heard, I was like, hey, my dad's song. Yeah. Like, no, it ain't. I was like, oh, shoot.
But he could sing it as good as King George.
Yeah.
Tell me about growing up in that quartet world. You say you went to singers with him and got on stage. Did you ever see him as a larger than life figure? Did you see him the way everybody else saw him?
Yeah,
I didn't know he was that popular and known and noble.
I watched it on YouTube. I was like,
dang, yeah, me too. Like, and I knew those people because I'm in that world.
Yeah.
And the people that came out, that showed up, he had to be somebody to get that level of people in the room.
I don't know what he did or how he did it, but whatever he did, I need that.
You need that guy. Yeah, because he had the major players in the quartet world at his funeral.
And he had, like, that funeral ain't even look like a funeral. You would think like somebody performing. Like,
they made it a celebration of his life.
Yeah.
And you know, people don't come out and give you their time to celebrate your life if you didn't make an impact on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I took away, because Armando Adams and some of the other guys that I know that are big in the quartet world, they came from far and near to honor a man that you called father, your mother called husband, And that's notable. So did you ever know he was that known?
I ain't know he was that known, but like I don't know how, cause every time we would be in Columbus, like he'll see somebody, he'll be like, "That's you," and he'll be like, "What's up?" And then they'll dap up, and then we'll leave. Then like 5 minutes later, he'll go to another store and see like somebody else.
Yeah.
So like it was like every time in Columbus, like he knew somebody or somebody knew him.
Yeah.
And then they'll talk to me like I knew him. I'm 5 years old, I don't know.
You don't know.
Nah, like they'll be talking to me and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you think your dad's legacy is? I know you live biologically through your children, spiritually through your relationship with Jesus Christ, and you live on through the influence you have on people. What do you think your dad's greatest legacy is? Besides you and your brother.
Really, the things he did, the things he left behind in Columbus.
Yeah.
People gonna have that forever, like the music he put out.
Yeah.
Or, videos they got of him.
Yeah.
Or
do you watch those videos now?
Yeah, my mom, she'll pull up Facebook sometime and I'll see a video of them arguing about something stupid. They're just laughing. But yeah, he left behind a real decent long legacy that everybody can look back and like, this dude was like, he was Marcus Antoine Lanier. Like he left behind like something everybody can cherish forever, whether you knew him or not.
Do you ever look at some of the music he wrote or music that he composed?
Yeah, I ain't really listen to it, but I didn't listen to everybody else's part. I said I just listen to his part, and I be like, dang, this is my dad. Like, he's singing.
He's singing. Yeah. And so you can see that he had that flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you this about legacy, what he left. You're talking about the imprint and the fingerprint he left in so many places. So what do you think the legacy that he wants you to leave? He said, "Son, I want you to be the best. I want you to." Do you think you gonna fall in the vein? Because I can see some preacher qualities in you. Some things that you might be a quartet singer. You might move in that level of giftedness.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he left? Said, "Son, you're my legacy. Continue to do what I started."
Yeah, I think he left behind a legacy, but I just don't see it yet. Like, he left it behind, and he wants me to like, pick up different pieces and like put it together and be like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I had left for you.
Yeah. So, and you really don't know. Do you love gospel music the way he did quartet music, or do you just love overall music? What's your favorite genre of music?
Well, like every other young kid these days, I like rap.
Me too. I like that hard stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that Lil Wayne stuff.
Yeah,
I understand this new rap stuff. I don't know what y'all be saying, but it sounds good.
Yeah, I know that, cause I don't know if you know it or not, but I'm gonna get a little bit off topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's an app called Band Lab.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, we be on there, making songs, and I'm pretty unknown right now, but if you heard, you got a couple of producers.
Yeah.
I send you something, get me out.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so you making music now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say making
what's the
music.
name of the website? Y'all just on that.
Yeah, I say we on there playing around, but like when I get serious and lock in, like, it's gonna be good.
But you know what? And I heard T.I. tell a girl this. She was wanting him to sign her. He says, that ain't how you become a famous rapper today. You do it the same way for Young Gorilla and the rest of them. Get on TikTok, get on Instagram, get you some music, and start rapping.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's how you're going to get known. Somebody's going to spot you, they're going to see you, and they're going to sign you. Because that's how you do it now. It ain't going to a studio, getting discovered. You got to be discovered by exposing yourself. So when you going to start dropping some hooks and some music, writing some music? But you got a lot of inspiration, man.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, if really football don't work, I could really do like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I'm talented. Like I said, entrepreneur. But now that I think about it, music is like something that I really like and like really want to do.
Yeah, because I mean, you got the legacy, and that was the bug that itched your father that got him.
Yeah. But yeah, I think music is like something once like football and basketball that's over, like once I really settle down and like lock in, that's something I really want to try and like do for real.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, because we're about to get closed down. So, because I want to get to know a little bit about being with 16,
15.
15. You 15, being 15 years old. It's tough, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's tough. What's the biggest challenge of being 15 years old? A young black man going to Tupelo High School, you know, and just tell me about being 15 years old.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
You know, like a lot of people, I think everybody been feeling to some type of peer pressure before, whether it was good or bad. You know what I'm saying? You know, being 15, most of the peer pressure is bad.
Bad, yeah.
And I done fell into it. You know, marijuana, vaping, and girls and stuff. But like I said, to live life, you gotta experience. You know, some trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
So I feel like right now I'm just experiencing trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I don't really got my dad no more.
Yeah.
So I could really talk to my mama, talk to Uncle D.
Yeah.
And they'll lead me. You know, they got me. You know, they're gonna lead me to the best of their abilities. But for the most part, you know, it's just me.
But even to even say you can overcome all the peer pressure that you ain't gonna give in to some of it, it's ridiculous. Everybody is.
Yeah.
You're a young man. And some things you learn by trial and error. No matter what I say, mom said, dad said, it don't make a difference. You're going to try and determine whether you're going to like it and continue to do it.
You don't really know. They might be lying. Like,
they might be lying.
Yeah, like I done did this before, don't even do it. And I'm like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, I gotta try it first. And then if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you.
I tell my kids, don't let my mistakes be your excuse to make the same mistakes I made. Let my mistakes be a lesson. And don't try to go through everything I went through. And let me tell you that this is not good. But then sometimes you just have to try. Dealing with peer pressure, you know, because you talked about the drugs, the girls, and the streets are the three things that, you know, black young men have the most peer pressure to. Now, did your dad ever talk to you about, boy, don't follow no outside child?
Yeah, he talked to me about
But then give you some good advice.
Yeah.
Because y'all young men don't know child support will eat you up. Work 40 hours a week and your check is $16. Out of a $1,600 check, don't have no babies before wedlock.
Yeah, cause you know, even if he didn't tell me about it, I'd just be like, nah, that ain't something I want to do.
Yeah.
But like, I ain't really ready for especially no kid, cause I'm 15 and I know things I did, you know, the things I'm gonna do. And I don't know what I'm gonna do, but
you don't want your NFL check already eaten up before you ever hit your contract. You paying 30 stacks every month.
I ain't got no job yet, but
I
ain't no baby. My number one, number two. They ain't in my top 10 priority right now.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, because I want to get a little bit about your mom. We talked about your dad. So what do you think about? Does your mom shelter you a lot? Does she try to protect you a lot?
Yeah. She try to protect me a lot, cause you know, like she's saying, like being a boy mom is hard. You know,
it is very hard.
You gotta have talks about, you know, sex, girls, and all that. But I don't really talk to her about stuff like that.
And don't.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Call
Kind of weird. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it is weird. Don't even try it. Because she's not going. She gonna understand from a woman's perspective, and she gonna tell you, you know, some things, but ain't nothing like a guy perspective. Yeah. So, but she shields you, and y'all got a good relationship. Tell me something about y'all's relationship.
We really, you know, like I said, my dad, you know, he was like a big brother. So my mom, she like a big sister sometimes. Sometimes.
But she's still mom.
Yeah. Most of the time, she's my mom.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Because she don't take no stuff.
No, but there's some slight chance.
Yeah, that you catch on a good day.
Yes. Yeah. That good day is not every day. So once you get it, you gotta be happy.
Yeah, you gotta be happy. Yeah. But y'all got a good relationship.
Oh yeah, we cool.
Yeah. We cool. Yeah. So she supports you in all these other things you want to do.
Yeah, because the other day she was like, you know, whatever you want to do, she gonna support me, and I really appreciate that. Cause for right now, it's really just football.
Yeah.
But you know that may change in like a couple of years. So whatever I want to do, I just know that I can have her by my side. She gonna stick with it.
Yeah. So, but now, are you still close to his grandparents or his family?
In Columbia, yeah. You know, I was just on the phone with my cousin Benjamin.
Yeah.
I think
y'all
yesterday.
close. He about your age?
Yeah, I think he like 17, 18.
Yeah. Y'all still close?
Yeah, we still close.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah. Because now your mom's family, you getting close knit relationships with them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know my cousin Sky. You know we cool. my great aunt Linda, we call her Linda. I love her.
Yeah.
And, we just got like a lot of people on her side I mess with as well.
Yeah. So y'all still close, y'all,
Mhm.
and grandparents still trying to stay connected with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about this, because I want to ask you. I asked 3 people 3 questions. You young, but I want to hear these 3 questions from a youth perspective. Because before I get there, I do want to talk a little bit about your little brother as he grows up, because eventually you finna head off to college.
Yeah.
A couple of years is gonna be mom and little brother. Are you prepared for that? Because whether you don't think it's gonna affect him or not, you accustomed there. Then you're gonna be gone. Are you preparing him for that transition?
As of right now, I would say
In about 3 years, you're gonna be out.
Yeah, I'd say I am, but like not to a full extent, because I want him to live his life. But when he gets to like 7th, 8th grade,
Yeah.
then that's when I'm
Yeah.
gonna really be like I'm finna leave in a couple of years. So
Yeah.
I ain't saying you gotta do all of it, but I'm gonna start doing a lot less, and then pick up and left off where I was at.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple rapid fire questions. How you feel about your mom dating again?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know. Nah.
You ain't swallowed that pill yet, huh?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I already told her that she might have to.
Wait till you get out of high school and you ain't there and you ain't got to see it.
I wouldn't say wait till I get out of high school, because I want to go to Ole Miss, so that's a start.
That's still cool, yeah.
So I don't know, probably when I get to the league or something.
But other than that, you ain't quite settled that in your mind.
If I'm in the house, no type of men are in the house except for me.
Yeah.
Like, and my little brother, that's it.
Yeah.
And Uncle D.
Yeah.
That's it.
But you kind of protective of that.
Yeah.
So why do you think that is? Because it's protecting the space you, your dad, your mom share, and your brother, or you just want to be really protective of her?
Nah, it's not even that I want to be real protective of her. You know what I'm saying? Even though like my dad is not here, he's still here.
Yeah.
So
it's still raw.
Yeah.
It ain't time.
Yeah.
And she's respecting that.
Ain't nobody coming close. Cause like it's gonna be hard, cause that's not my biological dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is really like a stranger in the crib.
Yeah.
Like I gotta get to know him first.
Yeah.
And then he gotta get my approval.
Yeah. Dang. He gotta get his approval.
Yeah. Ain't no hard judgment, but like if he cool, he.
Cause you know how your dad treated your mom.
Yeah.
And you ain't accepting nothing less.
Yeah. He can't treat her like nobody can treat my mom like my dad did. They're gonna have to like
go up above. Dang. So you expect him to go even higher than what your dad did. Yeah. So you ain't quite comfortable and you ain't ready for that yet.
Nah, not right now.
Yeah. But you would one day, could you think you could get to a place where, okay, mom, you can get married, live your life?
Yeah, so cause I don't want her to, cause when me and my brother going off to college or whatever he gonna do, then I don't want her to just like be by herself.
Yeah.
I want her, live her life. As she get older,
Yeah.
Hopefully, I could retire her and then she'll just be outside, as she call it. Just be having fun and stuff.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. I got 3 rapid questions because we're about time for us to wrap up. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. You give me what you think about these. Mm-hmm. Now this is from a teenager's perspective. The state of black love. Black people loving each other, getting together, and dating as an adolescent, as a young man. Because if you tell me about what you think, how your chances are, and about teenage love, the state of black teenage love, your generation, 16.
Like, my chances with like a female that I like or I find attractive, I'd say they pretty high,
Yeah.
Like I could get them.
Yeah, you can get them.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't got the swag and the good looks he got. He ain't got this smile.
Nah, but it's a lot you gotta
But
worry
you
about.
find as a 16-year-old young man in the crazy world we live in today, trying to date these young ladies.
Like, it's a lot of stuff you gotta worry about. Cause it's like a lot of these girls, they real fast, like they moving at like a fast rate.
Yeah,
they ready.
They grow up quick.
Yeah, they ready for like stuff that
you're not ready for.
sex. And me, I ain't trying to catch nothing, and they ain't trying to get nobody pregnant. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
And the girls will move a little faster than what y'all ready to move.
yeah. So it's a lot of stuff you gotta worry about out here. For real.
Yeah, and that's good. That's good. And you don't take dating too serious either.
Nah, you know, I feel like dating is really, it's like a whole lot of, it's like a respect thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you respect me and I respect you. You know, we really just there for each other. Like, no arguing.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's none of that. You know.
Don't try to date like an adult.
Yeah.
Date like teenagers.
We still kids. Like, let's just have fun.
Cause we might break up tomorrow and I'm gonna have a new girlfriend. When you ain't gonna be stalking me now.
Yeah. Like, really just like have fun. Like, let's go places. You know, just chill for it. Like, we ain't gotta like rest now. We just kids at the end of the day.
But you do think young girls kind of move a little fast.
Yeah.
For your taste.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, it is something wrong with it, but for your taste, it's just not that something that you like.
That's not really like in my head space. You know, a kiss is a kiss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's different. But like all the other stuff, that's not really like what I'm worried about right now. Like, they ain't really like my top priority for real.
Yeah. Okay. So the second question, the state of the black church. How do you feel about black church? Because I know you go to an integrated church where it's multicultural. What do you think about church? Because you grew up probably in a black church and then you kind of moved. So tell me a little bit about that.
It was cool because everybody knew everybody. Like, it was like everybody was family.
Yeah.
You know, after church, people would be at each other's houses eating.
Yeah.
It was just like a family reunion for real. You know, it was cool.
Yeah.
And, like, I like it, but I like where I'm at right now better.
Yeah. So tell me why you like where you are better now compared to the traditional Black Baptist church.
I feel like more free. You know, I get to, wear what I like to wear. I don't have to dress up for real. And it's like a lot more fun. You know, in summer we go on vacation trips, and it's not real like a church vacation. You know, we still have fun.
Yeah.
We go in the lake, we swim. But when it's time to praise God and sit down and like lock in, that's what we also do as well. You know, we chill and we really just like any other church, but we just better for it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The last question I ask is social media.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me your feelings about social media. Now we're gonna get into this one just a little further than we got another one. How do you feel as a 16-year-old young man about social media? Because tell me the benefits, the hang-ups, the good things, the bad things. Let's talk about social media.
I think social media is a great thing, because if you got a talent, you can put it on social media and somebody, like you said, can discover you, whether it's music or sports or art or anything. You just put it on social media and somebody can get you. So that's like one of the benefits. But one of the, negative about it is like people can comment on like your post and tell you what they don't like about your post.
Yeah.
It's my post. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have kept that in your head. Like, you didn't have to let anybody know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing about social media that like I don't really like for real. I feel like comments, comments on Instagram and stuff. They said if you got anything negative to say, like, I feel like Instagram should be like, no, like, like just be laughing in the comments and
But the comment part is what really. Do you think it affects people's self-esteem, especially girls' self-image of themselves? Yeah. They can really think they put up a good post, a beautiful post of themselves, and like people come in at them.
A lot of girls are real pretty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, a lot of girls are very pretty, and her comments could be flooded with like, "Oh, you beautiful" and all that. But like 3 dudes or 3 females can come in and say something negative, and then her self-esteem would just go down because of like what 3 people said.
3 people, 100 said you look good, 3 said you look bad. Yeah. And you're so fragile that it affects your mental health and self-image. And
that's what like a lot of girls feel about that. So like their self-esteem is like real low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of girls like real pretty and their self-esteem low, and that really just like, why do you care about what somebody else say?
A random person that you might not ever meat.
Yeah, like you
thinks about yours.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, she focused on like this one comment when it's other comments like telling her how pretty she is, how beautiful she is, and like self-esteem like really like number one thing in social media.
So let me ask you this: young people with social media, when you get ready to date or like a girl, do you go check her social media page to kind of see what's going on and kind of flag?
All the time.
Yeah, do you?
All the time. Like,
So girls need to be conscious of what they put on social media.
Like I ain't gonna stalk you, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? But before we start talking, I gotta go and like see how you move, like see just really like see what you about for real.
Man, just be honest. You want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
See if she done put some tires on Flatbuster, someone done stalk or something like that. Yeah.
Like I just gotta see like how you live your life.
Yeah.
You know? And if you live your life like mine, then we cool, we straight. Just like I'm like you said, I'm a chill like back dude. I just be chilling.
Yeah.
If you just chilling, then we can just chill together. You know what I'm saying?
So you think that social media is having a positive impact or a negative impact? It has more of a negative impact on girls than it does boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think? How do you feel about that? The girls, you think they should kind of gravitate toward social media or kind of pull back a little bit? Does you think they have a negative impact over the long term?
I feel like girls, you know, I feel like they should pull back like only a little bit. You know, don't post as much.
Yeah.
But like
don't overshare.
Yeah, don't overshare. You know what I'm saying? Because people, if you overshare, then like you can have one comment on one post tell you how bad you look.
Yeah.
Then you post again, then that's two. Then like you just keep posting, like the bad comments like gonna come. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like females should really just like, you know, pull back and like be themselves like outside of social media.
Yeah.
Because everybody record how they living, you know. Just put the phone down and like just live your life on like what God gave you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think sometimes so many people miss out on so much because everybody's on their phone.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to give this image that this is what their life is like, and that's not reality.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, some people want to act like they balling and they really ain't balling.
Yeah, fact.
So, and I want to ask you this question now, because I'm big on this. I have 4 daughters, about how girls post themselves. Because I don't understand this thing. Y'all got to help me, man. How does every girl have to turn around and put a butt up? I don't understand the butt shot. If you just put a picture up there, where did that come from?
Like, I feel
and
like
grown women doing it. I don't get none of that stuff.
It's a way to attract, you know, men. Cause like, you know.
But then when some man say something to you, you're mad.
But like.
But you hypersexualizing yourself as opposed to nobody is hypersexualizing you. You doing it to yourself, and then you upset when they respond the way they respond.
That's you have a point.
I know I have a point.
I be seeing that. Like,
yeah, you get upset.
You post your body.
Yeah.
And then like you got like a little stomach out.
Yeah.
And then a dude say you fat, and then all of a sudden you mad.
You mad. Why? You know when you post something on social media, you don't know who is going to comment. You open yourself up to criticism and critique.
Because I feel like they since they post their butt, they expect everybody to be like, oh shit. No, that's big. But like as soon as somebody say, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's a problem.
Yeah.
But like I feel like don't post it if you're not ready for what other people gonna have to say about you.
Okay, I'm finna get you in trouble because we're finna close out. I'm finna get you in trouble. I wish I had your best friend over here to kind of ask these questions. What do you think about girls with weave?
Weave?
Weave. You heard what I said.
It depends on like what type of hairstyle they got. Like, you know.
Purple, green, blue. This is a young man I'm asking him.
Wait, hear me out.
Yeah, I want to hear. Y'all hear about it. I want to hear this.
If you go to Memphis and you see any type of girl with a pink, green, red, or purple wig, bro, don't do it.
Don't
do it. I don't care if they look good. I don't care if they're the best girl you seen in a minute. Don't do it.
What do you think about eyebrows?
I mean, like, every girl gotta get their eyebrows done. They ain't nothing crazy.
I'm talking about the eyelashes.
Oh, nah. They be having like the overly big ones. No, bro. Stop doing that. Just get like the, what's called the, I got an 18 inch, like the regular ones, bro. Keep doing that. Then
I'm getting him in trouble.
In the overly long nails.
That's the next question I want to ask you. What you think about the overly long nails?
I do not like those. Because when I'm on the phone with a female and like they got the long nails on, they typing, we hear that. Go on mute. Stop. Just get the regular French tip.
Yeah, regular French tip without all the extra stuff. So do you think young girls kind of overdo it now? Over-sexualize themselves?
100%. Because they see... Because everybody got a role model, you know.
Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B.
Young Gorilla.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be like that.
That's right.
You are your own person. You 15, 16. Some of y'all 17, 18 still doing it. Stop.
Yeah.
Just be ourselves, just chill. Right? We gonna see y'all, trust.
We're gonna see it because y'all are young men.
Yeah.
You gonna because I mean the base nature of a young man is to be attracted to girls, and you don't have to overly perform. Y'all just gonna be attracted to.
Yeah. You know, if we like you, then we gonna come. We gonna well, I don't know about other dudes, but if I like you, I'm gonna come to you and say you pretty and stuff. But if you got the overly long eyelashes, the overly bright wig, and the overly long nails, you will not see me overly in your face. I'm not there.
I did not tell him to say that. Y'all don't hold me responsible if y'all see this video at school tomorrow. I didn't make him say anything. He said this on.
If you do see this at school tomorrow, it's AI.
Yeah. It's not AI, it's real. But I think it's a really good perspective because, I try to do a little bit of dating coaching, and it's hard because the generation now is so different and unique. But young women really don't understand what y'all want, what y'all are looking for, what is attractive as far as, because this is what I'm gonna enlighten you. Most young women who post stuff on Facebook and social media, they're not getting a lot of like from guys, they're getting it from women.
Yes.
Women are telling you that this is attractive. No man has told you the yellow hair, the overly weaved, and the eyelashes and the long nails. Men won't even look at those things. You're not getting that validation from young men. You're getting it from women, other girls.
Ain't gonna lie. Some of like the friends be like the main ones that be getting them in trouble.
Yeah.
Because everybody got a circle, whether you like it or not.
That's right. Everybody has a circle, especially your age.
Yes, and that circle is gonna determine how you act. Like, if you keep the same people around you, that's gonna determine like your future. Yeah. So like with the girls and like the girl that's pushing on the drink. Yeah. Like drink overly, smoke, overly do all that
overly sexualize themselves.
Overdo all that. You gotta stop being friends, Yeah. Because when you go home and your parents, like the way you go home, like the way your mom brought you up, your dad brought you up, grandma and grandpa, they're not going for that. So
they're not going for that.
Why would you do that around your friends if you know you ain't doing that at home? Just stop trying to be like your friends and be yourself.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I go to the basketball games at the events at the high school and at middle school. The girls aren't girly anymore.
Nah.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. They're not girly, and I don't want you to get in trouble. You walk on eggshells like that, but they're not girly anymore. And so I don't want you to get you in trouble. I'll say this. I'm trying to figure out, like I went to the last basketball game, all the dudes up at the top of the dome, all the girls down here at the bottom. The girls hanging with the girls, the guys up here. The girls down here don't look very feminine or girly. And the girls are hanging with the girls, the guys up here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. When we went to the ball game, we were trying to get close to the girl. Y'all up here on the rail, they down here. And I don't understand that dynamic. How do y'all deal with that as 16-year-old in high school?
For me, we call them studs, I mess with studs more than, regular females. Because even though they females, they really like one of the bros. Like, they...
See, he done went off the reservation. I don't understand that.
Hello, you gotta hear me out. Like,
I'm gonna hear you.
Like, they low-key cooler than males. Like, they really like a home girl, home boy.
Yeah. I don't want to say nothing he just said.
They cool.
I'm 60, almost 60.
If you got a stud friend and you a boy, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
They cool.
Yeah.
And some of the girly girls, they like the studs. Yeah. So I just be chilling. I don't really be looking for girls at the basketball game. Yeah. I be at it.
They'll watch basketball or play basketball.
Yeah, but at school, that's when I be looking for.
Because y'all navigate a whole different world, set of circumstances, and people do things different than they did when I grew up. I don't understand y'all's world. Mm-hmm. And y'all are way more accepting of each other. Because back in my day, we drag you hard. If you wasn't normal, we drag the heck out of you. But y'all are more tolerant and acceptable. And I think that's a good thing because it's different. Yeah. Everybody didn't grow up like you. Yeah. Mom and
everybody got their own perspective on life and like their own style. Yeah. So somebody could come from Japan and have like a whole different style and they'll be like, that's hard. Everybody like adapt to it. Yeah. And then somebody could come from the UK or they come from Russia. You know, they just come for like different type of styles and like that. If it's hard, you know, we'll just accept it.
Yeah, and that y'all generation way more accepting. Y'all understanding, y'all more tolerant, y'all are more open to each other's differences than old school people. And we don't understand y'all's world. We really don't. Because I'm at the ball game, I'm trying to figure out, and I understand it's a new world that we live in. And I don't get it. They be sitting beside. I can't even get into this. I mean, I can't get this new dynamic y'all got going. And I trying to be careful. I've been banned from Facebook about 50 times. I've been putting Facebook there, so I'm trying to walk real light, but I just don't understand. But it's normal to y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all just deal with everybody and accept everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, cause like life too short to be hating. You know, I say that a lot, and people they look at me like, you lying, you hate all the time, but like that's just me. Like if you don't like something, you know, don't say you don't like it, but keep it in your head. Like, you know, this is something that I wouldn't do.
Right.
You know, I like.
So you don't try to comfort people and criticize them and beat them down. You just keep that to yourself. And learn to just accept this is a choice a person make that I might not make.
Yeah, because they might like it.
Yeah.
And then if I say something, they'll be like, they'll look in the mirror and be like, you know, why I got this on? Then they just change their whole perspective on life and change their whole style just to fit in. They don't want that for nobody. Like, just be you. And if you cool, you cool. And if you're not, then you probably cool with somebody else. You just not cool with me.
Yeah. And I think that's the generation. Y'all are different. It makes y'all a unique generation. Y'all are way more tolerant. Now, another thing, and I'm closing, I promise you. I don't understand y'all generation. Y'all work in the grocery stores, work in the restaurant. You don't know how to talk. You're on your phone. You won't speak. You won't say hello. What's wrong with y'all?
We really just be...
Put the phone down and talk to me. I'm spending my money. Fix my hamburger and my Coke. What is wrong with you?
Like, we so glued to our phones. Like, I think we forgot like how to socialize toward people that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because we can.
Well, help me figure out how to be. I'm working on trying to be a little more kind to y'all and not snap on y'all.
Really, just patience. You know, patience.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's like something. It's real hard to work on. But over time, all you gotta do is just have patience, like young kids.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, we really just want somebody to listen to us.
You really do.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned to do, to be more engaging and to take a different approach. Young people in the businesses that I go into and I talk to them, I try to be more engaging, try to break the ice. Y'all are so not trusting. Y'all don't trust anybody outside your peer group. You don't trust adults. You don't trust people that are not in your peer group. So, and I realize, and it really pains me sometimes, because once you break the ice, they'll talk you to death.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm like, okay. Too much. Okay, you're oversharing that. They just get to spinning, and it's true. They just want somebody to talk to. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm excited. I was excited about this to get get your perspective, especially about how you're moving, because you've learned to deal with this, and as a young man, and most young men when they lose their father, they go down in the streets, and they don't handle it well. And I think it's your faith, your mom, your circle, and your relationship with your dad that got you through this. But this ain't the outcome that we have, that we experience. I've been doing what I do for 40 years. And I've been there for all my children and my sons and my daughters. But you are the exception to the rule, that you've been able to hold it together. And you just got to keep holding it together. I appreciate your perspective. Now, what's your brother's name? Evan, you're Ethan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and y'all just have to really just hold it down for your mom, get through this process, and y'all handle it well. Most young people don't, and you handle grief well, because I thought you were going to be a little more emotional, but man, you tough. You hold your stuff together, and I appreciate you coming to do this interview.
Oh, yeah.
And I appreciate y'all listening. I'm going to edit a little bit, drop it tonight, but the interesting person, Ethan Lanier, and we talked a little bit about losing his father, grief, being a teenager. And I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
And I want y'all to share this video when I drop it and tag as many of your friends. Now, some of what he said ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't y'all treat it no different. And it's cool. That's his personal opinion, and y'all value each other's opinion. Thank you so much, and appreciate you being a part of this podcast.